I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. As an English teacher, these words by Mother Teresa were the first I read in a grade 6 English textbook as I began my first lesson. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. My name is Usman Ahmed Khan, and I'm here to share a story of change. One that began in Banisara, a rural community near Rawat, where my co-fellows Asad Farooq and Wasim Iqbal set out to bridge the education gap. But what we found was a deeper challenge, one that had nothing to do with textbooks. On the very first day of our fellowship, we witnessed what would shape the entire direction of our work. A student stood trembling in front of us. His shirt was torn from a violent interaction with two of his classmates. It wasn't that, what struck us more wasn't the violence, but why he was shaking. He whispered, "Sir, I'll get it punished at home for this. We can't afford another shirt." His fear wasn't just of punishment from home, he also felt alone and discriminated against. When we asked the other two boys why they had attacked their class fellow, their response was immediate. "Sir, don't trust him. He's from that ethnicity. They are cunning." What we first saw as isolated indiscipline soon revealed itself as systemic. Ethnic slurs, stereotyping, exclusion were daily realities echoing broader societal divisions. The student's story was not his alone. A student survey later revealed that 65% of students had experienced or witnessed bullying based on ethnic lines. Many said they do not want to rely on teachers to intervene, fearing nothing would change. Attendance was low in many classes. Academic performance hovered between 35% to 45%. But beneath those numbers lay silent suffering and disengagement. A change was much needed. As teachers, we tried everything: creative lesson plans, fun activities. But how can you teach adjectives or fractions to a student, a child who is scared to come to school? So we asked ourselves, what would it take to create a safe, inclusive culture? That is when Tahaffuz was born, not just as our community partnership project, but as a promise of safety and protection. We began by meeting the families of our students face to face, door to door. Parents who initially hesitated to communicate with us because this was a sensitive issue quickly began opening up. One father said, "हमने कभी सोचा ही नहीं कि बाहर गली मोहल्लों की लड़ाइयाँ कैसे हमारे बच्चे को क्लासरूम में मुतासिर करती होंगी." We then engaged teachers, many of whom had seen these tensions for years but lacked the tools to address them. We created space for reflection and dialogue. Some teachers, once skeptical, became champions of change. We focused on three pillars: awareness. Experts led workshops for teachers and parents to unpack how emotional safety affects learning. Skill building. Students participated in role plays, mixed group activities, and peer dialogues that promoted empathy and teamwork. Sustainability. We launched the Anti Bullying Society and introduced written SOPs co created with experts, staff, and the principal. This program was not a felt necessity by me and my co fellows only. This was acknowledged by our principal, the staff, the students, and during the project, the parents as well. Everyone actively participated to make the school a safe and inclusive learning space. And the change was real. Student fights dropped more than 70%. Attendance rose from 68% to 93% by the end of the term. Their academic performance their academic performance climbed from 35% to 85%. Students who once stayed silent began taking the lead in class discussions and peer activities. Parents who had never visited the school before joined cross community support sessions. One mother said to me, आज पहली दफा किसी ने यह पूछा कि मेरा बेटा महसूस क्या करता है बजाय के मार्क्स कितने लेता है. We didn't just improve academics, we made the classroom a safe, shared space. In doing so, we created something bigger than ourselves. We threw the first stone, and the ripples of safety, of unity, of belief are still moving outward. Today, the children of Islamabad Model School for Boys, Bani Saram, no longer see themselves as divided by background but as future leaders. We have this one student who would say to Sir Asad, Sir, आज आप रिलैक्स करें, आज मैं क्लास को मैथ्स पढ़ाऊंगा. Him teaching maths to the class was a proud moment in its own place. But what touched us more was how attentively the class was learning from him. No more quarrels, no more discrimination. They proved how aligned their goals are in the end. During the last discussion I had with my principal, he asked me, उस्मान साहब आपको अपना पहला हफ्ता याद है? कितने परेशान थे आप तीनों? आज आपका आखिरी हफ्ता है. अब देखें कितना बेहतर हो गया सब. His acknowledgement meant everything to us. All this would not have been possible without my co-fellows and friends, Asad and Wasim, and the unwavering support of the school staff. Together, we didn't bring change to the community, we built it with them. And in doing so, I learned one lesson. Life is a beautiful experience. Life is a beautiful experience if we choose to make it for each other. Thank you, everyone.